How to apply manure and pesticides on crops. When the rice crop begins to grow, it attracts many insects and pests towards it. These pests damage the crop before harvesting. Some of these pests eat the leaves while others get into the growing sapling through the roots and stems and feed upon the juice of the rice grain, which eventually destroys it. To control these pests, pesticides must be sprayed on the crop. Examples of pests are moth caterpillars, paddy beetles and their larvae, paddy grasshoppers, and paddy bugs. Let us study crop protection and management. Crops and diseases. Crops like wheat, sugarcane, and paddy are mostly affected by diseases that are caused by fungi. These plants usually have spots and scars on leaves and stems. Especially in groundnut, all the leaves of the affected plant contain powdery spots. Because of this, the whole plant becomes wilted. This fungal disease is called ticca disease. When you pluck out these roots and observe, you can witness a filthy odor and also see powdery spots on them. This clearly depicts that there is a pathway from the roots to the stem that spreads the disease. Now, observe the leaves and stem of a lemon plant that has spots on it. The spots formed on these are a result of viral action. The whitish brown spots that we notice sometimes on fruits and leaves are because of bacterial effect. Also, other insects like mites, citrus butterflies, aphids, citrus blackfly, caterpillars, etc. are found on the lemon tree leaves. They are the carriers of disease-causing viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Let us know how to identify the pests in crops. In agriculture, along with weeds, pests also damage the crops. But most of the crops are generally affected by pests. We might have sometimes observed caterpillars on leaves of plants and eating them. Small holes and tears found on leaves of the plants are the evidence caused by insects. If there is a swelling, that can be thought of as an insect inside. If the leaves are crumpled or tilted, that suggests the presence of aphids that have been sucking the juice of a plant. White, black, yellow, or brown spots, or even powdery or fluffy marks signal that the plants are affected by fungal infections. The discoloration of leaves and stems are caused by the bacterial or viral infections. Certain root infections that are caused because of fungi or insects like worms make the entire plant get wilted. Each and every plant has a definite number of insects depending upon it for some reasons. These insects can either be helpful or harmful to the plant. For instance, bees, wasps, etc. help in pollination, and insects like those of ladybugs help by eating other harmful insects. In actuality, even the pests, when in limited numbers, do not pose a threat to the plant growth. In fact, they serve to keep in check the plant population. But if the presence of these pests increases to a huge number, then it causes substantial harm to the plants. In large farms and plantations where there are numerous plants, the pests move themselves easily from one plant to another and damage the entire crop of the plantation. The most common agricultural pests are insects. Their number increases easily when there is enormous food availability. During normal times, their number stays small and stagnant. But during monsoons, their eggs hatch and their population grows plentifully. Generally, pests lay their eggs in the soil at the end of the season, which hatch only in the next monsoon. For example, the desert locust in India occurs at periodic timings, while the Deccan wingless grasshopper occurs only during Kharif season. A few insects like aphids and whitefly not only suck off the sap but also spread viral infections. Other pests may be carried out by mammals like rats, squirrels, bats, rabbits, hares, monkeys, etc. These crop infectious pests are also carried by other creatures like snails, slugs, crabs, centipedes, millipedes, etc. Now, let us learn about different types of pesticides. Controlling pests. Controlling pests is a difficult task. Generally, farmers use pesticides and insecticides to control the pests. If there are more pests on a crop, then farmers mix and spray two or more pesticides on the crop. There are wide varieties of agricultural and garden pesticides. Some of them are available in natural form and some of them are available in artificial form. Natural pesticides are extracted from plants like tobacco, neem, chrysanthemum, etc. These do not cause much harm to other living organisms. Artificial pesticides or inorganic pesticides include compounds of arsenic, sulfur, phosphorus, zinc, and fluorine. Farmers mostly spray synthetic pesticides like DDT, dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane, BHC, benzene hexachloride, endrin, aldrin, endosulfan, and diazinon on crops. Some of these pesticides are sprinkled in the soil. Some of them act on specific species of pests, but most of them cause harm to the other